What's going on, everyone? It's time for another thriller film review, I guess you call it. Some people call this a horror film. To me, I think it's more of just a straight up thriller. It's one of the first of its kind. It's like some people say it's a found footage film. To me, it's more a mockumentary. But today we're going to talk about the film The Last Broadcast. Yep. Yeah, so this is like I said, pretty much a found footage movie or a mockumentary. As I would put it as. So yeah, this is basically a guy named David Lee founds basically uncovers this documentary of these four friends that go out to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey to make a documentary on the Jersey Devil, and they're also broadcasting it live through the ancient internet from the 1998 when this was released, and yeah, go about and they go out there, but then they mysteriously disappeared, and some people suspect a killer. One of them killed the others and stuff, and then the filmmaker goes in depth and researches more and then uncovers the dark truth, which is actually an amusing twist. But yeah, so the last broadcast though was released March 9th, 1998, and it was directed by Stephen Avalos and Lance Wheeler, who, well, Stephen Avalos would go on to do a few other films like uh, Starred Style, The Ghosts of Edendale, Malignant, and The Game, and Lance Wheeler would go on to do Mono, Hard Trauma, Cellophones, and The Raven. And this had a $900 budget, and it made over $4 million upon release. But yeah. So this is, to me, is more of a mockumentary than a found footage film. They use found footage in it, but to me, it's more of a mockumentary. It's a fake documentary. The actors in this do a really good job at trying to make it convincing and real, where the directors actually casted themselves to do most half of it, and it works real well actually. And sometimes they act a little weird and characteristically in certain aspects, but for the most part, it is done pretty well. So you can see this laid a lot of groundwork for the found footage movies we get these days, and same with like the Blair Witch is credited for it a lot too. But this one definitely you can see a lot of creative insight. They just weren't some parts you could tell they wanted to do more. They just didn't have the money to do it. Yeah, it is way more tame than I was expecting, though. I thought it was going to be more of like a creature feature type deal, but yeah. But the way it was put together, it was amusing. It's fun going back to these old type of films and looking at the found footage, looking at like the old computers they're using. Like they had to render a blurry image. It took them 14 days, where now it takes us like maybe an hour, not even, for it to come through. And yeah, but this one definitely has some good stuff to it. I like the twist at the end, even though after seeing so many of these type of films, it's very common now to see this type of twist. So maybe back when this was released, it was very unlikely and unrealistic. People would catch them off guard, but nowadays it's just like, oh, of course that happens. But yeah, but also this also reminds me of another film I've seen. I think it's called like the Patterson tapes or something like that. No, Patterson's the Bigfoot guy. It was like the Peterson tapes or something, which is like a found footage film of aliens coming to visit someone, but then it looks real cheesy and stupid at the end. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of that. And then obviously the Blair Witch Project too. And if you like those type of films, you'll find this one amusing and enjoyable. But if you like found footage in general, you might like this one too. But overall, it's very simple. It was pretty amusing. It doesn't really overstay its welcome or anything like that. And for the really cheap, low budget that it is, they did a decent job of putting it together. So I'm gonna give the last broadcast a 3 out of 5. It was amusing and stuff, and I know it was like an iconic one because this came out before the Blair Witch Project, so it was definitely a pioneering film in the day. But after seeing so much, I'm just used to it now. So, but yeah. But if this sounds like something you might be interested in, there's a trail link down below, like always, and also the link down below is my Instagram, as well. I post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories add the film title and hashtag, and subgenre of film and a hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also down below is my letterbox at Dare P Reviews, where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those 2 platforms. Stay on this channel, like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any other found footage films or any other films or film franchise in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below, which I might just get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe, because hopefully you find something strange, odd, and weird I never thought of checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And make sure you subscribe. And make sure you ring that bell. Because, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to review next. I think I might hop on Prime and review something. I heard Run, Sweetheart, Run. It's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm going to check that one out probably next. So make sure you tune in for that. And, yeah, watch out for all those crazy hooligans outside trying to make their own found footage films. And I guess I'll see you all, especially out in the woods. Yeah, so I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.